Hi, I'm Michael, and I've been doing the farmer's market for the last 15 years now, up until the point where I was diagnosed with cancer in 2022. At that time, I've pulled back to just doing one market a week, and it's a very small market. It's University Heights. It's very doable for me to do it while doing chemo and all my other stuff that I have to do. I want to share with you recipes of how to make lots of money at the farmer's market, but also a philosophy of how to make the money, and that is turning $6 into $36 and repeating it. It's also very scalable, so if you do like $12, you get $72. If you do $100, you get $600 back at the end of the day. And this is completely repeatable day after day after day, as long as you've got markets to go to. And it also depends on what size of markets you've got to go to. I'm doing University Heights today. It is a small market. I'm probably only going to bring about 72 items I'm going to make today for that market. And one of the items I'm going to be making is the blueberry walnut crunch cake. It's very popular. It's the blueberry season, so blueberries are really cheap. So I've stocked up on blueberries and I'm pushing out a lot of blueberry stuff at the moment. But we're going to get started, and we're going to do my little cake pans. These are like silicone molds. I transitioned to these about maybe 5 years ago because they're just so much easier to release. I used to have big giant aluminum ones. They're very nice. They hold up incredibly well. These hold up well too, but you know, they'll probably rip at some point versus an aluminum pan, which will probably last me a lifetime. But they're also much more expensive as well. So that's how I started off doing the markets, was with really good equipment. And I've kind of transitioned into these silicone things. I like them because they're just easy to release. You'll probably see that later in the videos. And I almost got them all buttered up. And the next thing we're going to be doing, it would be the crunch topping. It has walnuts, brown sugar, flour, a little bit of salt, and it does add a very nice flavor and texture to the cake that customers really like. So let's get this going. Okay, so we got them all done, and we're going to move on to crunch topping, and it's going to be 5 tablespoons of butter and half a cup of brown sugar, or no, a third of a cup of brown sugar, a third of a cup of flour, and 1/4 cup of plain sugar, and then some salt, which is I think a half a teaspoon or a 1/4 teaspoon, and then we're just going to beat this up. Until it becomes a really nice, like, strudel texture. Or streusel, not strudel, streusel. And sometimes it's just easier to do this with your hands, especially if your butter's a little bit on the colder side. You do like cold butter for this, but apparently not this cold. Which is kind of ironic that the butter is cold because our heat index today is going to be over 100. So it's going to be very hot at the farmer's market. So I don't know if we're going to have great sales today or not, but I'm going to go for it. It's all supposed to be a chance of raining as well. Let's keep going with this. All right. Okay. And we're also going to have to chop up some walnuts. And this is a half a cup of walnuts, and we will just blitz them in my little thing here. You want them kind of fairly big too. You don't want them like so small that you can't really tell that there's walnuts. You still have the taste of walnuts, but you won't have the texture for it. Get that in there. Oh, that's a big one. We'll break that one up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll just blend this all up together. butter's nicely evenly distributed now. And it's kind of a big giant kind of sticky thing. We will break it up and put it on top of the cakes. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands real fast before we move on to the actual cake. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flavor the sugar. It is a 2/3 cup of sugar, and you also have to do half a hint of lemon zest. I do have half right here all ready to go. And I used the other half for the asparagus danishes that I did last week. Use this one up. We'll turn the rest into some juice and then we can use it for another project. Okay, and let's get a knife out. Get it all out of there. And the back side too. Hands, there we go. And we also just want to flavor it, so we just simply want to kind of mix it, kind of press it together. This allows the zest on the oils to kind of be released into the sugar, so you get a more lemony flavor from the zest. Smash it down. Also turns the sugar a beautiful color of yellow, which is always really nice too. Not that it makes the cake yellow, but it's just something really nice. So the air conditioning just popped on. This is the first time this year I've had the air conditioning on, but it's just as I said before, it's going to be 100-degree heat index. So it is going to be really, really hot today. And then we're going to add in 6 tablespoons of butter. And we're just going to cream that into the sugar. I was kind of expecting the butter to be a little bit warmer since it has been sitting out on the counter and it's such a hot day that I thought time-wise it wouldn't take very long, but apparently it does take a little bit longer today. Get all that butter broken up. Add in our eggs and vanilla. Beat those in so we have a nice creamy texture. The batter smells really, really good because of all the lemon. We're going to put in some flour and a little bit of a half a cup of buttermilk. And we're going to beat that in. put in another third of the flour. We're going to add in our baking powder, baking soda, salt, and nutmeg. And then the rest of the buttermilk. And we'll just use my finger to get that all out of there. Rest of the flour, and that's like 2 cups of flour too. This is a rather stiff batter now, so let's do this real fast. All the other stuff is from the sides are incorporated into it. Everything off the bottom is in there. Okay. And now we're going to start scooping it into our cake pans. And I know you're going to say, where are the blueberries? We're going to drop them in so they're evenly distributed and there's a good amount in each one. I'm going to put 2 scoops in each tin right now. Yeah. And then we're going to take the blueberries and we're just going to sprinkle a couple blueberries in with the batter. This is a very blueberry cake. Put a little bit more in that one. Put a few more in that one, that one, that one. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to press the little batter down, evenly distributing the blueberries. This is kind of like how I did the lemon loaf, lemon blueberry loaf that I showed you a couple weeks ago. And then we're going to put some more, another 2 scoops of batter on top. Get the last of the batter out. There we go. And then we're going to drop the rest of the blueberries in there. We don't want that green one. Put that one out there now. Okay, put some more there, some more there. And we're using 1 pint of blueberries. So quite a lot of blueberries for this little cake. But that's good. Blueberries are incredibly awesome, and right now I can't afford to have lots of blueberries and stuff because they're so cheap. On sale. And I'll just press this down a little bit more. Okay, those are very blueberry. And now we're going to take the streusel topping and we're just going to chunk it all over the top. It does melt very nicely over the top. A little bit more in there. There we go. And put a little bit more on this one. Yeah. Don't want to put that all that we don't want to waste that on the sheet. And then some more on this one. A little bit more on this one. I think this is the first one I did. I'm always a little skimpy on the first ones, just in case I run short. Okay, and there we go. My hands are a mess, but we're gonna pop this into the oven for about 30 minutes at 350. We're back. The cakes are all cooked and they're ready to be unmolded. They're a little bit bigger than I thought they would be. I haven't really made this cake in about 2 years, so I may have gotten like, I made 6. I probably could have got 8 out of it. But that's okay. Next time I'll know better. And they just come right out of these little things, cake molds. There we go. Okay, and sandwich bags. These are my favorite little packaging thing. It's just a flip top sandwich bag. And we'll just put the cake in each one of them if I can fit them in there. So there we go. And they are very moist with all the blueberry juice. And they have a nice crispy, sugary topping. Now it is getting really hot outside, very sunny. It is supposed to rain this afternoon, but I don't know if it will or not. It's like 40% chance, but I'm going ahead and make everything anyway, just in case that happens. I also have the labels, so if you've been watching before, I generally don't label it because I generally don't go to the market, but I am going to the market today. It's about 1:30 right now, or a little after 1:30, and so I have to leave at 3, so I've got 90 minutes to get everything packaged up and to get everything ready for market, get myself ready for market, so forth. And one last label. There we go. And here we go. We've got blueberry walnut crumb cake. Sells for $4, and I'll be selling them at today's market. If you want the recipe, it'll be down below in the description. Also, subscribe, hit like, do all those things. It really helps me out. And also leave comments and stuff like that. I love comments. I love communicating with you, telling me what you'd like to see in the future. I plan on doing a lot more recipes, but I also want to show you the actual farmers market, the big market that I used to go to, Iowa City, and you can see how people have set things up, so forth, so you can get good ideas maybe how you want to set up your farmers market stand. Okay, thank you, goodbye.